Are joined with Matt Harris, our Inside High School Sports Insider. We're talking 11-5A Division II. Usually Fort Bend Marshall gets up on the top of that hill and just sits there and waits for somebody to knock them off. Doubt that's going to happen again this year, but give me some teams that will give them a little run for their money.
Yeah, so it's no surprise that Marshall's really dominated this district the last few years. 12-1 last season with a loss in the state quarterfinals to Crosby, and obviously the 2 state championship game appearances before that. But there were 2 teams in my mind in this district that stood out to me behind Marshall because, of course, the last few years has kind of been Marshall and everyone else. Well, last year, Galena Park and Willow Ridge caught my eye. Now, Galena Park made its first playoff appearance in 10 years by finishing with a regular season record of 8-2 after back-to-back seasons of 4-6. Galena Park returns a good amount of talent. They also returned 4 all-district defenders with 2 first-teamers and 2 second-teamers there. So I expect Galena Park to be right back in that 8-2 playoff conversation and potentially winning their first playoff game in about 64 years, I believe. So Galena Park should be right there back at the top of the district standings. And then as for Willow Ridge, back-to-back 7-4 seasons leading into 2020. Then they finished 7-2 last season, but they return a lot of talent, including Javen Chapman at running back. And he was a second-team all-district player last year, losing some talent outside of him that they'll have to replace heading into next season.
Any players that you see making a big difference? I know there's a bunch on Marshall, but anybody that you got an eye on?
Yeah, so Marshall, you mentioned obviously they've got Chris Marshall at wide receiver. They've returned some talent from Derek Dudley at running back and some other players as well. But I'm looking a lot at Galena Park running back Amari and Kelly, who I think he's going to have a big year if the Yellow Jackets want to have success. But I think he'll do it too.
Excellent. We'll see what happens. Maybe somebody will get within a couple of touchdowns of Marshall in district play. We're looking forward to that. Next week we're going to talk 12-5A Division II, so I'll look forward to talking to you.
Yes, sir.